Hi everyone, and thanks for joining. I apologize ahead of time if the air conditioner kicks on. That's just part of what we're dealing with right now. Um, what I want to show from far away are these artifacts, and the reason why I do is because that's their natural habitat, where they're kind of used to being seen. You can see from far away the left side silhouette. It has kind of like a bird face, so it's a animalmorphic character. You can see cut off, and I can point the line for the face, the dark spot for the eye, the little beak mouth situation. If you ignore that beak mouth weirdness on the end here and you just look at the face, you can see how the lips are defined for the human character, and they're showing a bird and a human together. Like I said, I just wanted to show these from far away because that's kind of how they would look at them. This one in particular, the white one, we'll go back to. Wanted to take a look at this again from over here. You can see all the beautiful carvings on this, and we'll zoom in a bit. And so, if you're not seeing it, don't worry, I'm not seeing a lot of this stuff either. We're just looking at the carvings in the rock, and after some time, you'll be able to see both the eyes and the large cartoon-shaped, as weird as it is, that little smiley face emoji situation that you see is it's exactly what it is. It's just a face. We can explore this a little further for the mammoth and the other old men faces that are put onto the corners of these. You can see how the face is small and then becomes larger. Looking at this spot for the eye. One of the things I wanted to show you today, it's high level, but whenever it's laying down, just kind of resting like this, you come down a bit and we can see how there's a bird. Both of its wings are splayed. The bird's head and face are done right there in that section. And there's also a human on the very front, but it's like a resting bird. So when you just flop this thing down and you're done with it for a minute and you just plop it down on the ground, the art that comes out is an animalmorphic character of a human that is turning into the bird. It's the transition from human to bird. If you're not seeing that open beak, kind of like a chick, I don't blame you. And as we follow to try to, maybe get a better sight of that, you can see these other mohawked primitive characters, how the ruffles for what we were looking at before become the details for the mohawk on this young warrior here. We'll take a few more here, but we've done this before with these artifacts, and so I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but in this different shade, you can see how the outside silhouette is done. Perhaps there's an eye here for a more simple face, and then ignoring that and looking at this as the eye, you can see a larger, maybe more defined, classier looking face. Furthermore, you can ignore this whole front section and then look at this as another face. This is the way that they did their art to the left as well. So interior images, which are really hard for people who don't know about stone art to see. So if you're not seeing it, I don't blame you. The eye, the nose, the mouth crack. So what we'll have is rows of faces. There'll be another one here. Let's try to figure this one out together. Again, it has that bird beak, but we can see a feminine grandmother, perhaps. It's interpretation. The beautiful white crystalline eye that I see for the human, of course, we're ignoring the outside of the stone for right now. We're just looking at everything inside that dark line. And the reason why they did that is to preserve the interior images. They would put more effort and work into this section because this side could get chipped up, could get broken. The purpose of all this was so that their message was received. All right? So try to get this in some better light here. Maybe I can turn my flash on. All right, our flash is turned on here, and I'll show you this artifact, but I just caught this, how the headband is, that line in the stone is separating the face. This one really comes out very beautifully. I'm sorry for our focus there. I think with the flash on, the focus doesn't. You see the Phoenician style, that long, it's not Phoenician, it's, the headdress is probably of a bird. It's very natural. One of those beautiful interior images that we see. In the stone, you see the very black spot. You see how there's two pupils. You see how the carvings kind of lap over each other. So we're looking at the nose, of course, right here. Just looking at this section. So these eyes, the way they lap over each other is important because it guides you to tilt it, and the way that everything will line up in the end will allow you to see that beautiful, perfect human silhouette. Or whatever they thought was a beautiful human silhouette. I demonstrated last time the nabbed edge here, but the whole side here is a whole nother story, and you can see how, I mean, I can't get over it. And this is the fourth, maybe, video that we've done about this small collection here. So this is beautiful because the portraits are painted in yellow. You can see, I'll just call it that for right now to make it easy. It's not that, but just look in the yellow, you can see the eye, the nose poking out. There's two holes here, but something else going on there. Just maybe stick with it and try to get a look at a cave painting on a rock where you have humans that are looking up at you, each one different. The two eyes, they're separated by this line of black. There's one here to the right, and this one, as we we demonstrated before, he's very good. They did a good job. And so the art guides you. You can see how to the left we have this recessed eye. So we can follow this around. You can see the larger black painting, the details inside of there. You see the curves and things. That's the detail for the eye. And if you know that detail, you can see there's another eye up here. Now without covering up the rock, the nose, just looking at the white, the mouth is right here. You don't get much of a mouth. To the right, there's of course another one. And if you want to go even further on the interior, you can see the line there for another interior mouth. This one has the open mouth, which is the paleo open warrior mouth, and not just that black spot as the eye, there's also an eye here. So they're different characters with different facial expressions on them, running all the way up from the very tips. You can see the paintings there, hopefully. Keeping our focus, I'm going to pull back away so you guys can see the color and how the face is coming out here. It often helps to see it small. So this again. This is the last time we're going to go through these artifacts, so I'm really trying to go through the whole thing. If you look at the painting here, you can see the eye, the nose, and the mouth. The face is separated. It's a beautiful woman, working warrior woman, strong woman from what I can see in that facial expression. And you know, I don't talk about that very often, but maybe I should. These have an expression. So this one is just a very silly smiley face. The two eyes are right here. I'm going freehand here, guys, but There's two eyes here, and there's a smiley face and a nose. When I tilt it, you'll be able to see it come out. But I can't tilt it too far. Oh, geez, it's tough to show it. So oftentimes they did make these ones that are just kind of like facing at us, but they're not always the easiest for everyone to see. So thanks for sticking with me for this. And again, we kind of went over this before, that beautiful carving for that eye. There's a few mouths, right? The rows of mouths, and they exaggerated that in this, what is really a larger gateway example. The beautiful eye done here. I may have already shown this, but the painting for the face there, the details, they had good eyes, for sure. And so we saw that one, you know, looking at us. We can see that there's going to be more. And that's what's cool about this, is that the same artist or the same family, you know, created those ones. So very similar, there's that AC for us. Very similar stones, or very similar images rather, pardon me. I'm so worried about you guys freaking out about the AC. I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. It is what it is. So, just wanted to show you guys these ones one last time, because we have to move on to some new ones, but I have to nurse my spider bites back. And I think we did extensive work on this one, and it's just too big, and I'm a bit tired from that, so I'm sure you guys are as well. You got other things to do. There's so much more to learn from this. Oh, look at this. So this is a warrior, a very beautiful warrior. The eye, the nose, of course, is yellow. This is the mouth. So he's looking this way. This is the eye, the circle right here. You can see this weird nose situation, right? He's decorated. It's a human, but it's animalmorphic. This beautiful eye is coming out. So, we haven't even washed this off yet. It still has, and I don't like to, and I won't probably, but you can see the major differences on this Yellowstone. It's so beautiful. Very cool, huh? Well, the flash just turned off for some reason. See the two eyes? The nose? It's like a woolly guy. Look at the two eyes here. You see them? I'll put it right in the middle. That's one. It's like a Wookiee. Like a Bigfoot. Kind of looks like a Bigfoot. See the smile? It's a real thing. It's weird to think, but these people wanted to be entertained just as much as you do today. Or are you looking at your cell phone? Go look at some rocks. That's where it's at. All right. 1, 2, 3. We'll put these back. I'm going to repatriate them. We'll put them right back where we found them.